Сериозна кола. You can use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
How much does it cost? It's like 8.
Yeah, EW.
And many people ask what are your main sources of income. Здравейте хора, добре дошли в новият ми влог. От доста време не съм записвал видео в такъв формат, така че добре, че моят британски приятел Елиот да дойде отново в България и така допълнително да ме вдъхнови да запишем видео заедно, така че това ще правя в днешното видео. Ще го прекарам до голяма степен с Елиот. Поравномерно така, нали, с Елиот и с Ива после, да не вземе да ревнува Ива много, защото все пак трябва да прекарам време с жена си, която в момента не се вижда на екрана, но слуша отстрани, след малко ще видите, защото остават 2 седмици, горе-долу около 2 седмици до раждането на нашата дъщеричка. Ива е бремена в 9-ти месец, съвсем малко остана, така че много се вълнуваме и се надявам днес бебето да не се роди, да не тръгне да излиза, защото трябва да снимам този влог. Има време. Повечето жени, доколкото разправях, всъщност преносват, не раждат децата по-рано, но все пак дъще, той си там в коремчето. В днешния влог с Елиот ще отидем да тренираме, ще поговорим за интересни теми, след това най-вероятно ще отидем да хапнем някъде и разбира се ще ми покаже неговата нова кола, Rolls-Royce Phantom, който докара преди няколко дена от Англия в България и се разхожда така, както се казва, по българските улици с този Rolls-Royce и определено е доста атрактивен и привлича внимание, защото тази кола, като и проверих цената и видях колко струва, бях шокиран. Сериозно. В смисъл, знам, че е скъпа, обаче това е доста сериозна сума за тази кола. Малко по-късно в видеото, надявам се Ели да сподели колко е точно цената на колата, защото ми е интересно. Но да ви кажа честно, аз не съм човек, който разбира супер много от коли, не се интересувам от различните марки, модели, цени и така нататък. Но просто като видях цената си казах, това ще трябва да е брутална кола, така че нямам търпение Елия да дойде да ме вземе с Rolls-Royce. Много яко, от новата къща, в която живеем. Да, между другото, то може да се види, че съм на ново място. И след това отиваме да тренираме. И да видя каква е тази кола. И след това ще ви кажа обратна връзка, дали вие да си вземете един ден на Rolls-Royce Phantom, нали, защото така се взима. Ето и госпожа Кузманова. Сортира снимки от вчерашната фотосесия, която правихме за Genesis.
Здравейте.
Как е малката момичка?
Ето ми е.
Леле, мале, колко е пораснала.
Колко? Ти всеки ден я виждаш.
Всеки ден расте, особено сега.
Ето ви смърда.
Къде?
Ето. Изчакай да се види на камерата.
Ще се видим. Притеснявам се, като я снимат.
Да. Как
се чувстваш? В 9-ти месец, оставащи 2 седмици до раждане.
Супер се чувствам. Ето вижте как изглежда. С гъщеридон на Genesis съм.
Много ти отива. Браво. Ставай за бремени, иначе по принцип не е за бремени.
Да, виж сега стана контракция.
Като стане контракция,
корема
става много твърд.
Да.
И даде. Между другото, тук в този канал не мисля, че съм споделял, но очевидно ще ставам баща.
Остават 2 седмици.
Остават още 2 седмици, много е странно чувството.
Ти се сети за 9 месеца да споделиш.
Толкова съм и радовен с
не, също са по-малко 9 месеца, защото ти си обявил на 4-ти месец, примерно, така че са по-малко, но да.
Да, ама все пак имаме друг YouTube канал, който е семейен такъв, там качваме повече семейни видеа свързани с процеса по раждането, след това бебчето, така че ако такова съдържание ви е интересно, то отидете, линк ще има долу в описанието под видеото към другият ни YouTube канал, семейният такъв.
Там сме доста редовни, бих казала.
Там сме по-редовни, отколкото сме редовни в отделните ни канали в момента.
Да, качваме влог почти всяка седмица, така че е доста актуално съдържанието, така да е това, което ни се случва около нас.
Welcome.
Man, what a beautiful house. Thank you. Congratulations, Rado.
Thank you.
Be good for family.
Absolutely. We are growing, so it's necessary.
Yeah, you're growing.
Yeah. How's life?
Life is always good, you know that. Every day is a good day.
You didn't have sleep last night?
No.
You were partying?
Never had any sleep. To be fair, I didn't party too late. It was the extra beach bar. Yeah, that was John's birthday party. I haven't gone. Well, we left early. I get out before it starts kicking off.
There was like, I think it's a guy, like probably a
How
gay.
do you get so good looking?
I don't know, because it's like a fake profile. But he's often texting me. He was like, okay, you have to, do the video, but naked.
Yeah, that'll cost you. Like, how much is he willing to pay?
1 million.
Lev or pounds? That changes things a little bit. Yeah, but definitely pounds. I'll do a naked video for £1 million.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
No way, man. Come on.
I mean, that would be it for me then. That'd be done. That's game over. No one take me seriously anymore.
No.
I think I'd be chased out of Bulgaria.
To be honest, when I was in England, when I was working there, one of my bosses at one of the workplaces, I was working in Tesco in the cafeteria, and he was gay, like the boss, and he was you know, saying jokes, but I'm sure it was
Yeah,
not
it
just
was
a
like,
joke.
yeah, a little bit.
It was
too
like-
much, jokey.
Yeah, he was like, I have some young boys coming, you know, at my place, and I pay them well, so...
That's not a joke, rather.
Yeah, but he was saying it as a joke.
But it doesn't matter what you say, that's not a joke.
I realized it was not a joke, so basically he was offering me money versus... and I got scared.
Because the thing is now, as we know, if you put anything online, that's coming back. At some point, I treat the internet like, if I put it online, if I type it on a phone, if I say anything, post up anything, upload anything, I'm like, that is permanently in the ecosystem forever. So don't post, if you wouldn't want it ever coming back to you, just don't put it online.
And you don't know who is actually tracking you and watching that.
No, everything that you put online, even on the encrypted stuff like telegrams, everything else, just assume that someone is storing that information.
Yes.
And then if you go by that rule, then you should be okay. Yeah.
And in the bodybuilding niche, at least what I've noticed a few years ago is that many bodybuilders, this is actually what they do. For example, Kai Green, he's open about it, that he started like that.
Pineapple.
Yeah, it's true. And I realized that many of even the bodybuilders in Bulgaria that I've seen, and you know, they drive nice cars and so on, probably, of course, they sell roids, but also they do this kind of stuff, and it started popping up. It's crazy. So
this is the problem with everybody in life, right? That the average human being is too short-sighted, so they always go for the easy money and they forget about how it's going to impact their future. And that's the same in business, life, whatever it may be. Think about the long-term chess game. So, for example, rather than scam someone for £100, build a good relationship with them and earn millions over the lifetime. Like, people are same with this. Don't jump at the pineapple when you could just focus on your bodybuilding career and actually build a good personal brand, right? And actually build a long-term image then that isn't going to come back and bite you in the future. So always look further ahead rather than short-sighted.
but it's much harder.
Much harder. Of course it's much harder. It requires discipline, it requires strategy, it requires you putting in reps without seeing any return for a long period of time. That's why bodies tend to be pretty good at this actually, because we can go to the gym for months, sometimes years, without seeing any result, physical result, but still turn up every single day and grind. And those are the people that always become successful. Business is the same. The longer you can turn up every single day and not actually get a return, the better you'll be in the future. It's the people that have to have the short-term gratification, the short-term wins, the pineapples. Literally, they're the ones that lose. So stay off of OnlyFans, guys and girls. It's not it's not the place.
It's the bottom for me. But anyways, let's talk about something different. How you've been doing lately, tell me. Because it has been like a few months since we met and we shot the video.
Yeah. I mean, life's been absolutely awesome. I mean, I'm blessed, truly. I've been spending a lot of time building out my message a lot more. Obviously now I'm spending as much time as I can in Bulgaria.
I see that.
Yeah, I love it here, man. It's so good. And the message is hitting really well here. Obviously, I'm talking about good family units, bringing back traditional values. I'm trying to tell people in the West, but I'm struggling. So the goal is, in all seriousness, to really empower and try and help people here in the East where there still is some, it's getting, in certain areas I see it starting to crumble. I see parts of the West creeping in. But young guys still, which is really reassuring, still value good relationships, not cheating on their wives, building a good family value, having kids, like all this stuff that I believe in, they still do. And I'm trying to show them that you can actually have the supercars, the nice life, the great relationships with your family and all the good stuff, and have the materialistic stuff, because there's so many people pushing the narrative right now that you need to almost be an arsehole. You need to just tread on everybody and do whatever you need to make money, and that's all that matters in life. And I'm saying, no, that's not the case. Let's do it a different way. Let me show you the green pill. Well, I call it the green pill because I always push the red pill,
I was going to say that, so this is how you came up with the term green pill.
Green pill, because it's this red pill notion of escaping the system at any expense, right? And I'm actually finding, I'm getting a lot of messages, and I had a call today with a chap who's in his late 40s, very wealthy man, but bad relationships, depressed, not going to the gym anymore, like just doesn't like life, doesn't have to work, he's got so much money, but got fed into that whole ideology of do whatever it takes to make money. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter about your wife, like cheat on your wife, that's fine. But here in Bulgaria, the message is actually being heard a little bit. and then we're starting to build a bit of momentum. And what I intend to do is absolutely scale it up and get other people that believe in it to then get behind it, and then I can take the results of that back to the West.
That's great. I've seen that your Bulgarian following is increased, which is great. So what's your impression of the Bulgarian community so far?
I'm getting a lot of love and hate, which is good, I suppose. So there's a lot of distrust still, which is fine. Like I said this before. I'm some guy from England that's spending a lot of time in Bulgaria.
Looks kind of shady.
It looks a bit shady, right?
You're shady, bro.
I'm a shady bro. I'm a shady guy, right? So
you want to trick us, sell us a course, I guess.
Yeah, I'm telling you everything. But you know, I've got a place here now. I hire Bulgarian. Most of my team, I pay Bulgarians. Like I'm actually doing as much as I can.
Yeah, we have Nicola here.
Nicola's in the corner, and my only response to people that have distrust in me is I will just keep showing up and I'll keep proving you wrong until you believe in me. So if for anyone that doesn't believe in me, fine, but just keep watching the journey and I'll keep helping. And
What I always say is that time proves everything.
Everything.
Great start of the video.
Always.
Even though I'll try to make it shorter this time.
Get rid of all the waffle. Keep the pineapples in.
Pineapples for sure. Like 30-40 minutes total.
So let's have a pre-workout.
These guys.
How are you boys?
Yeah, but if you spend all your money, you have no more left.
Boys, I'm telling you, they're hard. They're really hard.
My sister now is going to have second boy. Actually, one day difference in the terms of her and my sister.
I remember you saying this, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so she would have second boy with the first one. It was really hard for her. Now I can imagine.
The second's always a psychopath as well. My youngest is nuts. He's completely. If he honestly, my eldest son, if you tell him off, he'll say sorry, daddy, and I'll go and sit in the naughty corner. My second son, I'll tell him off, he'll kick me in the shin. He just looks at me like that. I'm like, oh my god. You met Hugo.
Yeah.
What do you think of him?
Crazy.
Crazy. Who's done nothing different. Nothing different.
And he's how old?
He's 3.
And your oldest?
He's 4.5. He'll be 5 in December.
Okay.
He's
a really small difference.
Yeah. What we got here then? Thor
pre-workout, so you can, you know,
the best from Marvel.
Get.
Since they made it all work.
Get as strong as Thor.
Boycotted Marvel.
And this is citrulline, my lad.
Nice.
You know, you have citrulline here, but we'll add some more so you can get more pump. Yeah, exactly. I aim for
6,
around 6 or 8. Yeah, between 6 or 8.
6 to 8 is perfect. You pee anything out over that, typically. Taurine.
Това са добавките от Jim Beam. Това е Тор pre-workout, а това е нов продукт на Jim Beam, много citrulline. Плюс това е citrulline малат с аргинин и също така има една друга съставка, която също помага за напомпването. Линк към тези две добавки, целият вебсайт на Jim Beam има долу в описанието под видеото. Разбира се, не забравяйте да използвате код Kuzmanov5 за отстъпка и подкрепа. Сериозна кола? I can stay here.
You can press the button up here to close the door.
This one?
Yeah. Hold it.
Where is the button? I don't see it. Ah, this one?
Yeah, hold it.
Okay, има някакъв бутон, я да видим, мога да отворя вратата.
And he's gone.
Wow. Elliot. That's amazing. And you have 2 umbrellas here on the side, right? Can you show me one? You can use it as a weapon.
Yeah. The funny thing about these is you don't open them. Because you know when you make something and you wrap it up nice?
Yes.
You can't put it back the same way. So these cost £2,000 to add these onto the car. So for 2 umbrellas is 2.
Wait, the umbrella costs £2,000?
Well, no, there's 2 of them, so it's £1,000 each.
Okay.
If you want this on your car when you buy it, the £2,000 add-on.
So now if you want to use it and then...
But I don't use it, so my driver has a separate one in the back because you don't open them, you won't have to put it back in again.
So it's not very practical?
No. But everyone says, do you have an umbrella in your Rolls Royce? So you look, every single person I've showed the Rolls Royce to has said, have you got an umbrella in your car? For that reason, you have to add it on, just because you can't say no.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a silly. And then there's if you look at the lamb walls mat, these mats, these are add-ons. They're a couple of £1,000 extra add-ons, just for the
add-ons.
Yeah.
So you can remove them?
No, yeah. Well, look, if you put your feet on there, look how soft they are. They're extra thick mats.
Да, много мекичко. Really soft.
Yeah.
And the ceiling is great,
Starlight.
man. It's called Starlight?
Starlight, yeah.
It's Davana.
It's
really comfy back here.
yeah, it's basically I call it like the social media ceiling. So like when you're in there with on Instagram, you've got the lights.
You're the big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, this car is for comfort mainly, right?
Yeah. Like this.
How many horsepower does it have?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's about 550. I think
It's really heavy.
it's super heavy, and also it's also tuned so that when you put your foot down, it distributes the power slowly. So it purposely doesn't take you quickly. The whole thing is about easing up, easing back down. It should feel stress-free, comfort. It's like you're in a nice big armchair. The whole point is you're supposed to be in the back of this when you're being driven, creating big business deals. You need to be in an unstressful environment. These windows are double glazed, so it's silent in there. So when you're on the phone, there's no noise, you can't hear the road. The only problem is, because the windows are so thick, you can't get 4G on your phone, so I have to scroll, I have to wind the window down to try and get a signal.
It blocks the signal.
It blocks the signal.
Whoa.
Doesn't it? I mean, we're trying to get sat nav on the way over here, and we're like putting the window down, trying to put the phone out the window, trying to get signal.
Crazy. And you have a big trunk?
Yeah, big trunk.
Oh, okay, no, wait, dude, that's not the right English word, I guess.
No, trunk is American.
Okay.
Also, when I'm
Isn't it called trunk?
in American, boot.
In American, okay, you have a big boot.
I have a big boot. So
Big booty.
as well, if I'm on business meetings, if I'm out in London or I'm out and about, I can have my laptop and work.
Okay.
So I sit here, and this is like an office when I'm on the move. And also the boys, when I have them in the back, they watch their TV.
Wow.
So
Nice.
Really cool.
it is cool.
Beautiful car.
Get a lot of pineapples in it. Oh, I'm going to stop with that now. It's done with pineapples.
Somebody will get it serious with it.
Kick me off about Kai Green.
Хареса ли ти колата? И аз
It was
споделя.
nice ride.
Окей.
Много.
Много ти хареса.
Да, много се иска.
Днеска много студено, да.
И аз така.
Пазете си с бебка.
Да.
Бъдете послушни. Окей. Let's go.
Alright, you go.
So I'm on the left, right?
Yeah, you're on the
I'm
left side. Yeah.
Да, седно стояш на шофьорското, ама реално не. Много интересно. It feels like we are going into the space. So, man, the car is great. It's amazing. You would gift it to me, like you said.
Absolutely.
Yeah, in a week, so I'll be driving the roads.
When's your birthday?
Yeah, it's actually in November, so okay, we can wait a bit.
Okay, well, wait a little bit.
That's fine. So, jokes aside, how much does it cost?
So this car, I didn't buy it brand new. It was brand new. It was £500,000 English. It's over
If
a million.
it was brand new.
If it was brand new, it's over £500,000 English, which is over $1 million lev.
Mm-hmm.
I bought this for £250,000. So that's what, 600,000 lev, 650,000 lev,
Yeah,
something like
around that.
Yeah. So I think I mean, I get driven in this mainly, and for me, the amount of money I save by being able to work in the back, because I travel quite a lot, I can work in the back of this while I'm being driven. So it makes me more money than it costs me. By having a driver, by having the roles, and also the prestige and the respect that it demands. You know, people do judge the way you look and what you drive and what you wear.
What you drive.
And it makes a big difference, especially when you're dealing with big players.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it had to be a Rolls Royce. Could be a Maybach.
So for you, it was not just like a passive investment, but an active one in a way.
This was all an active investment. This
Okay.
was all an active investment, so that I saw this as something that was going to pay me back.
Mm-hmm.
And also the way there is something for me when I get into a nice car, how it makes me feel when I'm in it makes me want to work harder. This does the opposite. So some people, when they have nice things, they become more lazy, they become less driven because they're comfortable. For me, having nice things motivates me to have more of them. When I'm in the back of this, it's like wearing a nice suit. I feel like I belong in that environment, and therefore I act as such, and I'm more confident in my delivery, and therefore things start to manifest into reality. So for me, yeah, it was a massively active investment. Cars always have been for me. They always have been. I see them as a way to expand and improve, and also be proud of where I've got to. It's a reminder that hard work pays off.
Great, because somebody looks at the car and says like, man, this is too much money, why do you need that? What's the point of it? You can drive car, you know, you can drive a nice car for like, let's say £50,000, and that will be fine for you. But see, there is a difference in the mindset. This is what makes you open-minded about all the opportunities you have in life. Because to be honest, I was really narrow-minded in this type of thinking, that I don't need, let's say, a nice place to live at, I don't need a nice car, I am a good guy and I can just continue living like that. But as you said, this is important not just because the other people see you in a better way, because of course people look at your clothing, you look at your car and so on, but it's also important for you because you are more motivated to work, to achieve greater things, and you put yourself into such atmosphere that it actually expands your creativity and way of thinking.
Someone I did work for once told me this a long while back. He actually started chartering private jets, and he told me, he said, Elliot, one of the best things I ever did was start chartering private jets when I couldn't really afford them. Because he said all of a sudden I was around people that were chartering private jets. My mindset was expanded, my network improved, people started treating me differently because I was in that environment, that kind of people. And then all of a sudden I became the person that could afford to charter private jets. And he said it absolutely elevated his ability to earn, and everything around him, his mindset completely shifted. And I took that on as with the cars and the way I live my life now. That's why I'm trying to charter private jets now, and that's why I'm driving around in Rolls-Royce Phantoms and being driven in them. And it is expanding. I'm growing faster than I ever have done. That's a contributing factor of it, because my mindset has shifted. I've become more expansive.
But you have a plan of how to use that, so you can,
of course,
actually, what's the word? Like have positives.
You have to have the vehicle to be able to put that mindset and everything into use. Like just throwing money at something and hoping that you make money without any skill
it's
set
not
or
smart,
any vehicle,
right?
it's not smart.
Because I was going to ask you, what do you think about the term and the saying "fake it till you make it"? Because in a way, this is something that we are talking about. What's the difference?
Faking it till you make it is very different. In the way I see faking it till you make it is, if you can, for example, let's say you're running a business, if you need to look slightly bigger, because like I said, people will perceive your abilities based on the way you look, and that's just the world that we live in. Now, if you can win business that you can already fulfill, you can actually do, but you need to look like you're maybe more successful than you are, or your company's bigger than it is, that's okay in my mind, providing you can actually do for that person what you say you're going to do. So if you're going to provide them a service or give them a product, but to get the business you have to look a little bit more successful, you might have to look like you've got a slightly bigger team to make them trust you enough to be able to do it, even though you definitely can. That's faking it till you make it. Faking it till you make it when it's not ethical is when you scam people and tell people, this is who I am, this is what I can do, and you can't provide. Or you lie to yourself and other people about who you are or what it is that you do, and it bankrupts you. That's not smart. But faking it till you make it to help you expand and build based on the image is more than okay. If that helps you build your confidence, it helps people build confidence in you, providing you fulfill on it, cool.
Хайде да тренираме. Много добре вози колата. Очакваме ли да ми я подари ноември месец. Супер. Okay, I haven't noticed that until now. So it's like 8-8.
Yeah, EW, Elliot Wise.
EW, Elliot Wise.
So that's...
The number 8 is the number of wisdom.
Yeah, so also it's the infinity logo.
Infinity, okay.
So for me, I like the idea of, I call it infinitely green pill, so always green pill.
8 is your favorite number, right?
I just love the infinity side of things, like it's forever. So if I do anything, it's always forever, it's permanent. Like whenever I choose to do anything, it's build something to last. So always Elliot Wise, basically. And that's quite an expensive number plate in the UK. So the shorter the characters in the UK, the more they cost, especially if you have double. So they're a good investment. So that's about £50,000.
So if you have double on the number plate, it costs more.
Yeah, so you can have the shortest you can have in the UK is 2 characters.
Okay.
They're about £250,000 plus. F1 was the most expensive one that we sold in, or P1 I think it was actually. It was the most expensive one. They're millions. That number plate's worth about £50,000, so maybe 120,000 left, something like that.
Just the plate?
Yeah, just the plate.
£50,000?
Yes.
It cost you that much? Or?
Yes. Well, I actually bought it for about 30,000. It's worth more now. Yeah.
But this is the price. That's
but it's a good investment. So if I wanted to sell that, I could sell it for a lot more than I bought it for. So that's also another thing that people do to flex a little bit on their cars. Is you have them. I see cars in London that have their number plates are 2 or 3 times the value of the car. But they're a good investment because they don't lose money; they always go up. So people buy them and keep them.
Just the number plate.
Yeah, because in the UK they're rare. They don't make any more of them. So it's actually a big investment.
There are many people that do that here in Bulgaria as well, but I didn't know it's like kind of investment.
Yeah, it's huge. UK number plates is a big investment. Oh, they got the Captain America dumbbells as well. I like that.
Yeah.
Do you like marble?
I'm not the biggest fan, but yeah.
Well, I've stopped watching it now anyway.
Who's your favorite character?
Thor, or Thanos actually is my favorite.
Thanos?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's a very idealistic man. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with his ways of doing things, but he was doing, Do you
want to warm up here instead of treadmill?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, let's make something different.
I used to row, you know.
Like as a sport, professionally?
In the water, yeah. Not professional, I did it at university. I haven't done it for a long time.
You make it harder?
Yeah, stop cheating.
Okay.
So if I take long enough to put my seat straps on...
This is my third time in life rowing on this machine.
Yeah. And it's also that you can get a lot more out of it with a lot less input.
The first hack is to put your Rolex and start rowing like that.
It's a Rolex rows. Right. So what you're looking at here is your 500 meter split. That's a dodgy fan. So this is what most people are judging, is like how quickly you're running a 500 meter. So we used to do that. We try and average at 125 to 130 for as many 500 meters as you can. But it's not about how much effort you put in, it's also about the technique. Okay. So we had Olympic rowers teaching us when we were at Southampton, because I used to row at quite a decent level.
Show me.
So you basically want a big pull, you pull to your chest, and you basically want typically like a 3-second negative and a 1 second positive.
Okay.
And it's getting just real and full motion. A bit fast, you don't need to go that fast. So if you look at your 500 meter split versus mine,
okay, I'll do it slower. Man, my back is already pumped, especially the traps. Okay, enough.
The other trick with this as well is to get your legs to do a lot of the work. So get up nice and tight and driving through your legs takes a lot off the back.
Let's go for upper workout today. We'll focus on chest and back. We do some shoulders. We'll see if we do arms, because we'll do some compound movements for chest and back, you know. The arms are involved anyways.
Sounds great.
Do you want to combine them? Because if we combine them, we'd finish the workout.
Let's combine.
Earlier.
I prefer going a bit.
Chest, back exercise.
Goes well.
We go like that. Okay, let's go. Can you hear my shoulders popping?
Yeah, it sounds gorgeous.
Especially the right one.
I bet you have to have earphones in when you train so you don't hear it. It annoys me.
Yeah.
My knees pop like that. I'm not making any excuses, but I have a slightly torn rotator cuff. So.
Torn rotated cuff?
Yeah, on my left side. It's very painful.
Did you tore it recently?
Nah, but it doesn't heal because I keep training it.
You gotta take control, life's too short. Get out of your head, make a better life instead.
Капитан Америка дъмбели, бате.
So put your hands up to the sky and live your best life, alright. Don't just let it go by, just try, oh my. Got only one life, got only this time. We gonna get it right. You gotta let go of those who...
Good man, come on, let's go.
Come on.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's go. One more. Take it. Good. Epic set.
Not gonna stop till I'm finished, not gonna drop to my limits. Deep in my chest I'm inhaling, believe in testing and failing. You gotta flip everything in your mind. Take the limiting thoughts and turn them into your why. Prove to yourself you're worth it, you deserve it. Push past all the hurt and find your purpose. You gotta take control.
It's really important that you can come to the gym on your own and turn the fuck up on your own and still get a good session in, even when you're feeling like shit and you don't have someone pushing you. Then it's also good to have that competition. When it's a camaraderie with your mates or you're with someone, it's healthy for a man to get in and compete. It's very healthy. It's a game, it's fun, but it's also like real life training for hunting. That's how boys grow up when they're younger. They play, they fight, but that's training for real life. When we get away from that, the more we get away from fun and competition, the more depressed and lonely we feel.
Yeah, there's gonna be a little pain, but nothing's worse than staying the same. So light that flame, put the work in, go claim everything you want in this place. It's time to go fast, know that energy is all cash. You could get it all if you never give up, no slack. Headed to the top is
I posted a question on my Instagram story with you the other day, and many people ask what are your main sources of income because they see your lifestyle. And of course, this is one of the first questions probably for most of the people.
So predominantly e-commerce.
Okay.
It's one of my big underlying. I have 3 big e-commerce stores. 2 I have stocked in the UK. 1 actually have a warehouse. We produce light switches and sockets, wooden ones. We actually manufacture them. I have another lighting company.
Not just selling them, but manufacturing
actually
them.
make them. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's huge.
Had that, so I bought that company a while ago. I was marketing for them. And I bought that company out. And then I have another lighting company. We sell like shop lights and bulbs. Really boring stuff, but it sells, right?
It's generating money.
And then I have another company which is drop shipping, e-commerce. We sell women's clothing, lots of women's underwear, bras, that kind of stuff. It's a great business model because 1, you can't send the stuff back because once you've worn underwear, it doesn't go back.
Yeah.
Secondly, people buy it fairly regularly, so we have some subscription stuff and we have new sets and everything going out. That works really well. I then have real estate, so rental properties, and so I buy properties up north in the UK, rent them out to students and working professionals. I then have marketing agency, artificial intelligence marketing agency. We do a lot of work with aestheticians and other companies where we build the marketing out. We then implement artificial intelligence to handle leads. We handle fulfillment and put cool CRM systems in there, customer resource management systems where we basically build everything for them. And then we do big high tickets, that's UK, Dubai, America mainly. My aesthetics business with my wife, it's very successful. We're now scaling that out, so that's Botox, lip fillers, that kind of stuff. And obviously I have my business consultancy work, which I consult some massive companies personally, recruitment companies, digital marketing companies, and I go in and actually just deal with the CEOs normally and help them with their...
For example, me as a business owner, if I want you to consult me and to improve my team internally, you do that?
Yes, so I have like a much big, so that for me, if I'm going in there, I can take me and my team in. Then I also have the Wise Gentleman, which is smaller consultancy, which is much smaller business owners, which like for example, you're a fitness coach, you're setting up an e-commerce business, or you're trying to go into sales. We have mentorship for that, where either myself or my team who are good at that will mentor people. Then we have the Wise Gentleman, which is our platform where people go, you can be part of the community, learn this stuff for yourself, because you're not getting mentored per se, but you're in part of the community.
You launched it recently, like a month ago?
I think about 6 weeks now.
6 weeks, okay.
It was actually 16th to the 6th.
I will leave a link below so everybody can learn more about it.
Anyone that wants to be around amazing people, and I talk about the 5 pillars, yes, making money is extremely important. It fuels the rest of your life, but if you're making money at the expense of the rest of your life, you're going to end up miserable. So we look at, and I teach people exactly how I built my mindset, how I built my personal image, how I built my health and fitness. You're going to need to look good, feel good. Building relationships, your wife, your girlfriend, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, people you work with, your friends. If that's all in point, life feels amazing. And then all of the skill sets that I've learned to make money from, e-commerce, sales, content creation, artificial intelligence, online fitness coaching, personal branding, that's all in there. Absolutely everything's in there. And the community is insane. I only let people that are gentlemen in there. Anyone that's not, get out, because the value of the community is predicated on the people that are in it. And ultimately, yeah, building the empire, and that's my income sources. I have some other bits and bobs that come up. I actually buy and sell some companies as well. That's kind of flipping them and getting involved.
So your general incomes are e-commerce, like you said.
And consultancy, marketing agency, and real estate.
Marketing agency, real estate.
And also personal, like my own personal brand and monetizing.
Personal brand, yeah. Okay, so these are like 5 main.
Yes. But I would never advise anyone that doesn't have money on tap to focus on anything other than one thing.
Yeah, because
so you need to get your mindset, your physique, your personal image, and your relationships right. Then pick one income stream. Get very, very, very good at making money with one thing. Make sure all the other things in your life are on point, and get it to a point where you can print money. And if you ever lose it, you can make it back in like that because you're so good at that one skill.
Because what many, especially young people do, they see you and other people doing a lot of things, and they have a lot of different sources of income, and they're like, okay, so I have to work on 5 and even more things together, but it's not realistic for somebody that's beginner or still don't have this kind of mindset.
You have to remember, business is competition. You are competing against other businesses in the same area as you. Don't be arrogant enough to think you can beat someone who spends all of their time and effort on that one thing while you're trying to do 4. You can't. You won't. I only got into other things once one thing is so proficient and it's completely systemized and automated that it can almost run itself. The team is in place, everything's on point. Then you can focus on something else. Honestly, if people just focus on that one thing, they get really bloody good at it, then automate it, you won't even have to need to worry about getting another income source. But if you want to, park that, and then you can also use the money out of that to fuel it. Because as we know, starting businesses can be expensive. You never know what you're going to run into. You've got to fuel your life. There's got to be periods where you're putting energy, time and energy and money without seeing results. So get a business that's absolutely spitting out cash, and then look into other things. Arms only.
Arms only? Oh, no way. I haven't tried. You know, it's quite scary because I'm afraid of heights. So if I fall down from the ceiling, you have to be afraid.
You've got to get to the ceiling first. I think that's the least of your worries.
Do you go like that?
I don't know, man.
You don't know?
Oh, just give it a... I'm quite impressed.
I'm not sure it's a good idea to do it, because if I go down fast,
you burn your hands.
I've seen people that burn their hands. It's terrible. So I better not risk it. But you can risk it, no problem. Go ahead.
You won't get up there, mate.
The thing is that when you're about to have a child, and probably when you already have children,
you're more worried about.
Yeah, you're more worried about yourself, not because of yourself, but because of them. Come on, big boy.
Oh, mate, that's up that.
Leave it. This is not our thing. Our thing is to lift heavy dumbbells. Okay, so there was that guy on Instagram who was like, oh, you're gonna shoot a video together with Elliot, so better shoot the video naked. So let's accomplish this guy's wishes. Just kidding, let's check the form. These pose, I'm never doing it the right way. I'll do it.
Tricky to get your arm behind. Breathe in, back you almost. And then you want to roll your shoulder back. Side chest? Yeah. Okay. Side chest.
And this is called most muscular, right? Yeah. Let's go!
Back in the car, you had an opinion about cheaters and you were explaining to Rado.
So let's continue the topic. We were stopped by the terrible traffic in Sofia.
Men and women that cheat are destined to live a life of unhappiness, because if you go with a woman that is openly accepting of the fact that she's going to wreck a family unit, and you think that that woman won't do that again, you're a moron. And second to that, if you can't be someone that can deploy enough gratitude to be happy with the woman you've got, and you're forever looking for someone else, you will never end up settled. That woman will turn to another woman, which will turn to another woman, and you'll be forever in a pursuit of happiness because you can't deploy gratitude right now. And it's a bitter, bitter cycle. You're going to be cheated on by the person you're with because she'll go and home wreck your home for another home. You'll also then be miserable with the woman you've got because you can't ever be happy with anything that you've got. And you're forever chasing something that's never going to be real.
And then what happens when you're in your 60s, 70s, you're alone?
You're a lonely old bitter bastard is what you are.
Yeah, and most of these people, they don't even have kids, or if they have kids, their kids don't respect them. They hate them.
Well, look, any child's going to grow up and look at how the father's treated their mother. And don't forget, that mother's raised that child. I look at my mum and I see how she's been treated with men and my dad and everything else, and if she wasn't respectful, I'd have an issue with that. It's going to catch up with you at some point, and you're going to end up very fucking lonely.
True.
And it saddens me that people just can't try and develop and build on what they've got, and they're constantly trying to change and find something better, when actually the best thing they've got is probably right at their fingertips. Create the best thing that you possibly can with what you've got. I'm not saying don't make it better, improve on it, of course. You can make a better relationship with your wife, your girlfriend, but the solution isn't always another alternative person or a different thing or a different country. In fact, it might just be that you need to be a better person to the person you're with right now. 99 times out of 100, it's not actually the woman that's the problem, it's you.
It's really hard to think that you're the problem and to improve yourself. Most of the people, it's easier for them to say, she's the problem, he's the problem, and live their life like that.
Most men run off of ego and they can't allow themselves to realize that they're the actual problem. You are accountable for everything that happens in your life. You deserve to be exactly where you are. The actions that you have taken in your life have made you arrive exactly where you are right now. So you deserve exactly where you are right now. And if you want to live a better life, become the person that is deserving of that life. You have to be the person that's deserving of that. That's not somebody else changing their attitude or the country changing or whatever else changing. You have to change. Stop blaming external factors and realize that you are accountable for everything, good and bad. The good things that happen in your life, that's your fault. The bad things that happen in your life, that's your fault. Everything is your fault. And then once you realize that, drop the ego and realize it's you. And everything will start to improve.
And now every woman that watches that and has a boyfriend or husband, she's like, listen to Elliot. This is the man you have to listen to.
The best relationship I have is with my wife. She's birthed my 2 boys. She's sacrificed her body, her time, her sleep, her energy, her health to some degree to raise 2 beautiful boys that are our sons. I owe her everything. She's sacrificed so much more than I had to sacrifice. So I'm going to be loyal to her, as loyal as I possibly can be, and I will never, ever, ever cheat. I will never, ever be disloyal. I'll never be distrusted.
Is it easy for you not to cheat because in this niche that you are, you know, having money, looking good, it's probably really hard not to do it?
It's not hard. I think when you've got something incredible and you remind yourself of that fact, it might seem like it's hard, but it's not an option. It's a non-negotiable. My wife is my wife. She's my princess, she's my lady. And for me I have so much to lose and so little to gain by breaking that relationship.
I love it, what you're saying. And you said that it's not an option. I always say that if you have it as an option in your list, like it's an option to cheat, it's an option to break up, it's an option to cancel, this option will be tested and you would use it. But if you don't have it even as an option in your list, it's easier for you.
And exactly that. If you cheat on your girlfriend, you believe there's options outside of your girlfriend or your wife, which will always mean that you think there's options. And you know what? Options can sometimes be the most depressing thing, or the cause of most depression, because you're then never happy, because you're constant. I mean, take something, for example, if you go on YouTube or you go on Spotify, it can actually be a real struggle to sometimes figure out what it is that you want to listen to or want to watch. But if you just turn the radio on and you accept the fact that that radio station is playing that particular song, you enjoy the song because you know there's no options. Mm-hmm. That's what's being playing on right now. I haven't got another 1,000 tracks that I can pick from. And ultimately, you're a lot happier because you know that's what's playing. And it's the same with a relationship if you extrapolate that out. If you know there's no options and you know that what you've got is what you're stuck with, and it's not necessarily to be stuck, you're not stuck. You've chosen to be with that woman for several reasons, hopefully for good ones. That's all you need. There's no option now. Stop looking, stop even considering it. And you don't ever have that issue.
That's a great thing to hear from somebody that is coming from a country that actually promotes it. Yeah, it's true. And what you're saying is straight to the point. I really love it, I like it, I live it.
I genuinely attribute my thoughts behind having a strong relationship with my wife as to why I'm becoming so successful. Because my foundation, my rock, my family, my support is so high that I feel like I can go out and conquer the world because I know that I have a very stable home. Mm-hmm. I'm supported by a loving family, I have the best wife in the world, I can go out and I can travel, and I know that she's there, I never have to worry about her, I know that my kids are taken care of, and when I'm back, it's an amazing relationship. Okay. Because of that, I feel empowered to literally take over the planet.
So now you crushed everybody that likes red pill and promotes it.
Yeah, green pill forever.
Green pill forever.
Стига да е.
Защо би изглеждаш страхотно?
Благодаря.
Госпожа Кузманова и тя дойде да хапам.
Само за яденето дойдох.
Okay, So it's time to end this vlog. It's actually not a vlog, it's a whole movie.
It's a whole movie.
We have 2 hours of shooting. I'm not sure how it would end up after editing, but let's hope it will be between 50 minutes, 1 hour, something like that. We'll see. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the talking, the information, the wisdom. Really, you said great things. Appreciate it. Thank you for
pleasure
that.
as always. Love being here, love Bulgaria, love Rado. Always been very welcoming to me.
Thank you. When would you invite me to England to drive your Lambo?
You come whenever you want. You're always welcome. Doors always open.
Okay, because she really likes to go to London, so
No, more than welcome.
we'll come
Always-
with our daughter
Next year.
next year. Thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace.